How's it going, everyone? It's Javi here. I hope you guys are having a great day. And today is January 7th, 2018. And today we're going to look at the weather as of right now, as like right after Winter Storm Grayson, which happened literally 2 days ago in my area in right around New Jersey. And it dumped like a good amount of snow in my area. It dumped about like a lot more than expected. About 3 to 5 inches was expected in my area. To a point it was 1 to 3, but then it ended up being 7 inches of snow in my area, which was way more than expected because the storm moved a bit more west than originally expected, and that allowed more of the heavy snow bands to come more towards my area. So New York City and the western portions of the storm got hit worse than expected thanks to the shift a little bit westward. But now Winter Storm Grayson is gone, and what's behind it is extremely cold temperatures, like record cold right now. In my area, it's probably like -1, and and it's feeling like about negative. Let me see temperature plots. You can see here that we have many areas in the negatives and barely not even going above 10 degrees in many areas. We have New York City right around 6 degrees, 5 degrees, 3 degrees upper in the higher elevations of New Jersey. And we're just seeing cold everywhere. And then towards the Midwest, it warms up as we see almost like above average temperatures towards the Dakotas. We see 30-degree temperatures and 20-degree temperatures. And then up here we have a little clipper system that will be associated with Snowmaker that we're gonna keep an eye on later during this week, because this may dump a little bit of snow towards the Great Lakes and Northeast. It's still a little bit too early to know the exact measurement of the snow, but as it looks right now, based on the GFS, it doesn't look like much. And the reason why it isn't like going to be that strong of a storm is that there's no real like cold air filtering behind the lower pressure that's in the southeast. Like most of the colder air is going to stay up north, and there won't be really enough instability or convection to make this into a major mid-latitude cyclone, um, or create any kind of convection to really ramp up the snowfall totals, the potential snowfall totals. So much. This won't be much of a snowstorm. I don't think. I don't expect any major impacts from this, but I think it could have the possibility to dump maybe 5 to 8 inches in some areas. So that could be a problem, especially if you're traveling on the Monday morning, as the snow as we see that clipper system right up in the Great Lakes during Sunday, and then we see the low pressure that's centered right around Texas and Oklahoma that's really going to start to develop as it moves more towards the east. And as it does so, we're going to see that cold air start to rise up back to the north, which is a good news if you don't like the cold, which I think most people don't like the cold. So we're going to see that cooler air move north because of this low pressure system, and we're going to see a high pressure system build just towards the eastern Atlantic. And due to the higher pressure trying to move into the lower pressure, we're going to see south winds, which will bring up the jet stream a little bit and make the temperature slightly warmer as a result of that. So we're going to see warmer temperatures as a result of this, like snowmaker, but it's still gonna be about average. It won't be like a heat wave for the winter. So we're gonna see this like storm just move towards the east, and as it does so, it won't get strong very much. It's mostly gonna be like snow showers. As you can see, the Midwest, I think the max as of as it looks right now is about 5 to 8 inches. I don't expect this to be major, but it could change. It could maybe be 8 to 12, or could be an ice threat. But we have to see as the forecast models get their predictions better as we get closer and closer to this potential event that will occur during this week. And then after this moves out, we see a small high pressure build just towards the eastern Atlantic. And as a result of that, we're going to see south winds for most of the United States thanks to the low pressure systems that are thanks to a low pressure system that's going to basically be centered towards the northwestern Pacific. And due to that wind, it's going to bring that warmer air up, and that should even out the temperatures. That should bring the temperatures back to average, and in some areas well above average, which is definitely good news if you don't like the cold. I know I don't like the cold, so I'll be happy to see this warm air start to rise up back into the region. And then we move on to the middle of next week, and then we see a storm that basically develops towards the Rockies, and it looks like a pretty strong storm too, because we have the pressure going down as not at a millibar pressure of 991, which is quite strong for a system that's in the Midwest. You would usually see like storm systems stronger towards the Northeast with those nor'easters, thanks to the higher instability and the Gulf Stream really supporting nor'easters to make them stronger. But we're seeing quite a strong storm in the Midwest. In fact, we're seeing like a well above average storm in the Midwest. We're seeing a pressure of 991, which is much lower than your typical like northwest storm that might drop by towards the Midwest. So, and then based on the GFS, we do see some heavy snow showers at times, and we do see. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw blizzard conditions because you see those isobars are very close together, and we see some heavy snow bands with this. So this could be like a big blizzard for the Midwest. You might need to keep watching this. I would say towards the middle to late next week for the Midwest, because this could be quite a big snowstorm that could potentially occur, but we'll have to see. It's about 5 days away. The track could change, obviously, and there are many factors of predicting these snowstorms. So we'll have to see what happens. But as of right now, it looks like a pretty big snowstorm for the Midwest. And you definitely need to be watching this, especially if you're in Colorado, Wyoming, Nebraska, the Dakotas, and potentially Iowa and Minnesota, Wisconsin. You definitely need to be watching this because it could potentially be a major snowstorm. But other than that, we should see temperatures warm up for most of the United States, besides maybe the Midwest towards the middle of next week, thanks to this potential blizzard. But for basically the eastern portion of the US, it should be well above average since we're seeing those winds just bring up that warm air towards the United States. And I guess that's basically it for this video. I don't know how long I've been going, but okay, 8 minutes. But I guess that's about it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, make sure to like. If you want to see more of this, make sure to subscribe. And I hope you guys like have a great day. Like I'm like right now, like I'm just like a little bit tired. That's why like I kept trembling over my voice on this report, but I should be awake next time I do this. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys have a great day and have a good night if you're watching this late at night, which I highly doubt, but have a good night.